Seems like everybody got the alert that I was in the neighborhood. I have a quick question for you.
Sure.
I started a live stream show in here with my Uber and my Lyft rides. I actually have a live stream going right now. If you'd like to be on it, you can get in. If you don't, I can turn it off while you're here.
On Twitch?
On Twitch? I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said that's fine.
Okay, cool.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's actually a lot of fun. You can actually send out a note to anybody that you know, and they can watch right now live stream.
I've heard a lot about Twitch. How many people are watching?
Right now, nobody's watching. I just turned it on, and I got the hit.
Do I have to download the app to watch?
No, you can just.
It's a website?
It is a website and it is an app. So you can either pull up the app and watch, or you can just pull up the website and go on there, type in Uber John's Rodeo, and you can watch. So it runs about a 20-second delay, and so you'll be seeing things after they happen. And it's a little bit weird when I go to check on there to see if anybody's watching.
All right, so I went to the websites. I can open an app.
Just where it says search on there, just type in Uber John's Rodeo. And because of all the reflections, it's hard for me to see how many packets are going through. Occasionally, when we go from cell tower to cell tower,
it's got old videos on here.
There's a lot of old ones on there, but you should be able to click on there for live. It should be the one at the top. And I keep the app on my phone, and I'll just show you what it should look like.
Mature audiences.
Well, the reason.
Gracious, there I am.
How about that? Isn't that crazy?
It is. Do you get advertised anywhere here?
Not yet. I literally, this week is the week that I finally was able to put it together to get the stream actually to happen. We went through a long process of trying to get it to work, and we finally got the right combination of what to do in order to make it work, and the amount of data that you use is insane.
No, I'm sure. I watch YouTube videos sometimes.
Yeah, so we have, the limit on my phones is, I've got unlimited plans, but at 22 gigabytes it starts to throttle back.
Oh, right.
I'm over 40 gigabytes on 3 phones already, and it's only 15 days into the month.
So what's the goal with this? To make money with it somehow?
Well, at least to try and monetize it, but I'll tell you the truth. From the first day that I started driving for Uber, I thought it should be a TV show. That was 3.5 years ago. And my job pulled me away from it for a while, and about 6 months ago, I decided to start doing Uber again. And
what was your job?
Well, I used to work for, I don't know if I should say it on there to give them free advertising. I used to work for Terminex.
Oh.
I was a home inspector for Terminex. And I left them over the summer, and when the weather got too cold to play golf every day,
Wow, it sounds like you got a nice life.
It's not too bad.
You must not have kids.
I have 4 kids, and I have one that's a freshman over here at the Severance School.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm part of the poor club. But I've never really lived my life going for popularity or, trying to make the most money out of everybody. I've been okay with the simpler things in life, but this is something that really intrigued me, that these millennials, that my son came to me a couple of months ago and said, "Dad, I want to live stream." I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "I'm going to start live streaming my gaming on Twitch." I said, "Can you make money at it?" He goes, "Well, yeah."
What I've heard.
So he sends me to this website of this guy that he's known for years, and had me start watching his stream of him playing games. And I said, "Well, how does he make money?" He says, "Well, you can watch for free, but if you subscribe, you get special emojis, you get special things that you can do. You can, chat, your name goes up on there, they'll say your name, and that costs $4.99 a month." I said, "Who's going to pay that?" He said, "A lot of people." I said, "Well, how much does he get?" He says, $3. I said, "Okay, well, how many people have subscribed to his page?" He said, 25,000. I said, "Wait, what?" I said, "This kid's making $75,000 a month. He's 24. He said, yeah. I just went, stream on, my son. I said, I have to apologize. I've told you your whole life you can't make any money playing video games. And I was wrong. And I said, I was wrong. I got it wrong. Go for it.
There's professional video game players.
Well, that's what this kid did. He was a professional gamer for like 10 years and stopped professional gaming because he was doing so well with streaming. He just streams now. That's all he does.
Hey, what a world we live in, huh?
It's unbelievable.
Where's the value there, though?
Well, the actual value that's there in somebody that is watching somebody play is that you would, if you want to get a game, you don't really know how it's played, you want to see how it's done, or you want to get good, you want to find out how the good players really do it.
You have to care about video games.
Right, so exactly. So there's an entertainment value there as well, but one of the other things, I had a guy in my car that's an Intel executive. Hi, Art, if you're watching. And he was telling me that I should, content is king, so get as much content as you can.
That's true.
And the content that I'm doing with this is one thing. He said, but I had talked to him about watching my son stream. He said, well, you should stream a stream of you watching him stream and do commentary on it, because I don't know anything about the video games that he plays. He plays this game called Dota, which is Defense of the Ancients. I can't figure out what's going on. It's like an advanced version of Capture the Flag. And so I go on there and do commentary like a guy that's never seen football doing commentary on the Super Bowl.
That's probably funny.
Oh, it's hilarious. You go on YouTube, you can see my, I've got 3 15-minute segments that I do.
I love YouTube.
I do too.
It's like the best resource ever for anything.
Well, the guy that started doing the unboxing thing that everybody does now, he's still making like $10 or $12 million a year doing unboxing, which is crazy. So if you want to know about something, you go on, you type in that thing in unboxing, you'll have a number of different people that are opening it up, telling you how it works, if it sets up easy, how to set it up, all the different things about that, and that's become a huge thing. There's a lot of people that do that. So, I don't know. I don't know where it's all going to lead. Eventually we're all going to have chips where everything's recorded as we see it, and we'll become part of the Borg. I don't know if you're a Star Trek fan, but...
No, I never really liked Star Trek for some reason.
Star Trek The Next Generation had a group of aliens called the Borg, and they were cybernetic people that had, you know, computers hooked up, so they were part of a collective, and went around killing other civilizations and getting them to join the Borg.
So I've never gone down this way.
Where are we headed anyway? I didn't even look.
Harley dealer.
Down in Annapolis?
Yeah, Hudson.
Usually just jump right out to Route 2?
Yeah, Route 2 or 97. But
Well,
this is interesting.
No, this is just kind of the shortcut way to get down to Route 2. I can...
No, I'm not great. I just moved to Suburban Park, not Congress.
Where are you from?
I'm from D.C., but I lived in Edgewater for 11 years.
Okay.
Town.
I know London town very well.
I liked it there, but my ex-wife moved here. My 5-year-old is here. So.
All right. Well, I love Suburban Park. It's pretty amazing.
Apparently the schools, everyone goes here for the schools.
They're the best in the state. I can state that unequivocally.
It's weird. When I see rankings, I always see Howard County, but I don't want to live in Howard County.
Well, Howard County has good schools, but it's only because they base it on something different than actual what the kids are learning. I don't know what's going on with the school system. All I know is that nobody knows how to write in cursive anymore. So if you want to write a secret code to somebody, just write it in cursive. Because these kids go, what is that? Is that English?
Well, my own writing is pretty terrible. I just type everything.
Well, that's where we're at.
Unless even when I sign things, it's illegible unless I really care. I never care. If I'm signing for a house.
My son has a very interesting signature, and we gave all of our kids 4 names, but when he signs, it looks like this, literally, and it goes like that all the way across. But every time that he signs, if you look at it, you can go into it and see exactly where each letter is and it's the exact same way every time. And it looked to me at first when I saw it, I was like, no, he just doesn't want to spell his name out, but he really does, actually. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, signatures are a weird thing, aren't they? You sign at the grocery store on the electronic thing.
Yeah. Well, that has its own.
You can sign whatever you want. They never question
You can. I knew a woman that used to put a happy face on there. She would just make a happy face. That was her signature.
I just scribble.
Yeah, just makes you wonder whether it's even necessary for them to do that.
Yeah, I know. So you went Twitch. Is that? I know people make money on YouTube with ads, and then YouTube's got some backlash about censorship, and like they'll demonetize certain.
Right. I'm sorry.
Certain stations or certain videos, content.
Well, there is a huge difference between Twitch and YouTube, and the biggest difference is that YouTube has a requirement that you have to get to a certain number of subscribers.
Yeah, I think 1,000 subscribers and like 2,000 hours of videos.
Right. So with Twitch, you have the ability for people to make donations and to subscribe to your page.
Oh, like Patreon,
where you get,
but it's all integrated.
Right. So you have to have a certain number of people that are watching, and a certain over a monthly period, and a certain number of subscribers to get paid. Any subscriber that you have with Twitch, I believe you get paid as long as you have a certain number of people that are actually following you. And so you just have to get to some of those numbers, and we're hoping to get to some of those numbers. I still haven't added, I've got about 150 to 200 email addresses from people that have been in the car that want to be able to watch the show. And so once I send out that email, I really wanted to get kind of familiar with what I'm doing, and now this is the third day that I've streamed, and you're probably only number 12 or 15
that agreed
of the,
to it.
Right. Well, I haven't had that many rides. I've been going out and riding and then going back and doing some editing. So I get the live stream on Twitch. Twitch does a recording. They keep it on there for 2 weeks, I think, or up to 21 days. And then anything that I do with highlights or anything that I want them to save, I can get them to save. But then I take and I transfer all of the videos in highlights over to YouTube and also to Twitter. So you could go to my Twitter feed, my YouTube channel, or Twitch to watch any of the rides that I've done. And it's under Uber John's Rodeo on all of them. So if you type in Uber John's Rodeo, you'll find me on YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch.
Well, that's cool. You definitely made this more interesting for yourself.
Yeah, and hopefully for the people that are riding. You go down to King's Dominion, you go to Disney World, and you're on the roller coaster, and they get a picture of you when you're screaming as you're going down the scariest part of the roller coaster, and then people go in and they pay for that. We're not even charging. We give you a free copy. That's one way to look at it, right?
So you've had people say no?
I have. So far, I've had 4 people that have said no, and I think now you're probably number 12 or 15, somewhere in between there.
Are they nice? They're like, just no thank you?
Yeah. No, I had a guy in here the other night that said, listen, I would love to be on your live stream, but I can't, because there's people that think that I'm doing one thing and I'm not. So here's $20, and I'm really sorry I can't be on your stream. I thought that was funny, and he wasn't kidding. So it was very interesting. He was
like playing hooky from work or something.
No. He was. Let me just leave it at, he was a business owner in this area, and he was prominent and had several things that he was invited to do. And how do you pick and choose? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So whose feelings do you want to hurt? So he just, did it the best best way that he knew, which is pretty much what we all do, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
You don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, so. So the rule that I go by is, you tell the truth except when to do so would injure them or others.
Yeah, it's a good philosophy. I've never heard that.
Sometimes it's better just not to say anything. I had a guy once told me, he said, "Your right to swing your fist ends where my face begins." That's another good rule to go by. So how long have you been riding?
Like 25 years.
All right.
I've had lots of bikes.
Me too. I traded my last one in for a bathroom.
That must have been a nice, big, expensive bike then.
Actually, it was a bike that I had had for a long time. I had a Honda Hurricane 1000. I've always owned crotch rockets, and I eventually would have gotten into a more like a Goldwing or a Harley,
I
but
like my cruisers. They're just relaxing.
yeah, they really are.
And I'm not trying to lean it over and go that fast. And the crotch rockets are just so light. And if it's a windy day, it gives me an uneasy feeling being blown around like that.
I came across, my wife, when we first started dating, was going to Salisbury. And I used to go down there and pick her up to come home for the weekends. And we were coming home one time. She had this big, like, army duffel bag on her back. She's holding on to me. We're coming across the Bay Bridge, and there was 30-mile-an-hour gusts that were going, and my bike was doing this.
Oh, yeah.
And I literally was going 25 miles an hour to keep from really putting it down. It was everything I could do to keep that bike on two wheels.
They are fun. They're fun. Yeah, my Harley's got 7,000 miles on it. It's a 2013. It's not like I'm riding it everywhere. But it's such. I never got off that thing and didn't feel better getting off than when I got on. You know?
It is definitely a serenity tool.
I've given up a lot of the other hobbies like skydiving, and I used to fly once in a while. I still do like once a year. But this, it's just right there. Just walk 10 feet out, get it out of the shed.
Yeah, you just have to keep your head on a swivel. My brother told me when I first started riding, he was 5 years older than me, and he said, "Logan, what does a red light mean?" I said, "It means stop." He says, "What's a green light mean?" I said, "Go." He said, "Wrong." He said that a red light means that legally you're supposed to stop at that intersection. A green light means that legally you can go through it. But while you're legally going through it, it doesn't mean that somebody isn't going to illegally come through that red light and kill you.
Yeah, I always assume that people are going to kill me.
You have to pretend that you're invisible. And that saved me on several occasions where people looked right at me and then pulled out right in front of me anyway. And because I saw them look at me, I knew that the opportunity. So I had a guy who almost center punched his car. And I literally locked him up, brought my back wheel off the ground in order to stop 2 feet in front of his car.
I always slow down for intersections, even if I have the greens. Pumping my brakes.
Yeah.
Head on a swivel. Always. I like the fast lane on the highways. People, because I like having that side shoulder just in case.
Yeah.
So far so good, you know.
Yeah, just keep your head on a swivel and keep the rubber side down, right?
Yeah, look on the road. One time I hit an oil slick and my bike went over.
Oh my God.
Just weird things. It's definitely risky, but you know, for some reason I don't feel like I'm being unsafe on it.
Well, you can actually ride safely and still have fun. You just have to pick your spots for. If you want to go fast, yeah. If you want to go fast, you have to be careful where you're going to go fast.
It's usually on the highway. It's a big bike. It's a Street Glide CVO. I don't know if you know anything about Harleys, but the CVO's got the racing engine and the custom paint, and all the bells and whistles. It's my midlife crisis about 5 years ago. Mine was getting a motorcycle. My ex-wife's was dating women.
Oh, okay. Nice.
She's been gone about a year and a half now. I did not see it coming. A 2-year-old that I have right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably not something that you would expect.
No, it was a hard pill to swallow. It's true. Pick up the pieces and go on, right?
Yep. Fleetwood Mac.
I love Fleetwood Mac, actually.
Pick up the pieces and go home.
I didn't even know.
Gold Dust Woman, yeah.
Great song.
All right.
Oh, I see my bike. It's that red one. Orange
Nice.
one. I can get out of here.
Actually, I'll just pull in and drop you right here. All right.
All right, thanks so much.
Hey, it was a pleasure meeting you.
You too.
And
Good luck
you're now
on the
part of
channel.
Uber John's Rodeo.
Great, I'll
Thank
check it
you.
out.
All right.
All right, then I'll give you a good review, too.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.